Okay, here we go. We'll try to make a little video. This is an irrigation system. Each of the sprinklers are adjustable by rotating the little head. They are on aluminium cores inside the plastic tubing, and that lets you bend it round to suit whatever. You could bend it right over if you wanted to water from the top. And these are 8mm, and you'll need one going into each of them on the reducing tees. So you have the 12mm going through, you have the 8mm coming up, and your last one on the line needs a blanking plug which slots in. You've got a variety of different connectors, you've got a pipe cutter, you've got some cable ties, you've got a diverter valve which will allow you to control which line gets the water and how much, a little roll of PTFE tape, some cable ties, and 30 meters of plastic 12mm pipe. Now the pipe has come in quite a tight roll, so it would be best opening it up and letting it straighten out before you put it into use. And it's this tightly rolled, it takes a while to come back. But a nice bit of sunshine and it should be fine. Oh, this is taking forever to unwind this shrink wrap. So, first impressions, it is nice and flexible, gentle straightening without crimping, should be fine. So, each of them you want the cut to be completely across, not at an angle, and it needs to be completely round. So we'll give these little cutters a go. It's got one sharp tooth in the centre, firmly in there, squidged together, and that's work to treat. No sharp edges, that's fine. When you put these in, firmly but gently twist them into place and they lock in. It might be worth doing a little mark so that you can tell whether they're completely seated, but that feels as if it's right in there. Again, the stop end is the same. Gently push it in, firmly twist it into place, and that locks in. And then each of the sprinklers are exactly the same, gentle yet firm, and that's fine. If you decide that you want to change things, or you've cut the hose too short, it's easy enough because each of the couplings have a ring. Pull down on the ring, you'll hear a slight click, gently prise it back off again. That's showing you there the ring where it's got a grip inside, so that's definitely in place. Okay, we'll put a couple together and we'll see if we can give you a demonstration. Before we go as far as putting it together, it is worth mentioning each of the reducing tees are for each of the sprinklers. You have an equal tee. Now this allows you to take from one feed and split it into two different rows wherever you want to. You have the two different rows, you could do them as individual ones and take in different connectors to put them in. They've given you 4 stop ends, so in theory you could have one at the end of each run, would give you 4 different configurations. Plenty to choose from. Okay, so here we have our temporary little setup. We've put 2 sprinklers in place and they're emitting a fine mist. That's really good. Hope you enjoyed the video.
This irrigation system is going to work great for a dry area that I have under a bunch of tall trees. So I have perennials under there and they're really competing. It's kind of a sunny area and they're really competing with the tall trees for that moisture. So my intention is to take this and install it out in that area to get some much needed water to my plants. So this little kit has everything that you need. They include 100 foot of hose. They include the adapter to put it on your spigot. You can run dual lines off of that. In addition, if you wanted to run just a single line, they do have, depending on your faucet, they do have different connectors for that. So there's, right in the center here, all different kinds of connectors that you can use. They include the Teflon tape too, so that you get a nice seal and don't have leaks. They include zip ties. They also include, so zip ties can be used for attaching to a fence. These you can, if you have a raised bed that has like the wooden sides to it, you can just tap those in around the hose. And then they include 26 of these bendable adapters for spraying. And what's really nice about these, one, like I mentioned, they bend. So you can adjust your spray to wherever you need it to go. And then in addition, this top piece circulates, and so you can move this to create either a more steady stream or a light mist spray. So in every adjustment in between, the top just twists and you can adjust the spray that you need. So what happens with these guys, these you're going to connect together with hose in between, and then your sprayer goes in this top nozzle. Now what's nice is that these have the ability to disconnect. So if you need to rerun a line or maybe change where you have it, or maybe you planted a new plant and you want more area, you can just push this little adapter in and that will release your hose. And that's the same thing that they have on this water, the Y connection. Again, you just push this in and then pull out your hose. So really nice feature with that. They include a cutter for you, so you'll not have nice clean lines when you cut the length of pipe that you need. And then here I kind of have one of these partially assembled. This here on the end, these are little plug adapters. So if you come to the end of a run, you just push this into there. And then this is where the zip ties go if you want to zip tie them to your fence. And then your hose, again, you can run it, you know, here or on this side. And then here is your sprayer coming off the top here. So a lot of adjustments that you can make with those. They include everything. I mean, again, the Teflon tape, the multiple connections. You have lots of connectors here for your plants, so you can really, you know, pinpoint where you want the water to go. They also include some instructions here for you. And if you look online, there is an awesome video where they show you how to put together the hose and the connectors. Again, remember, if you want to disconnect, you do have to push these in. Otherwise, you will break them if you try to just yank the pipe out. So these sides push in there, and then you can release the pipe. But this kit has everything. Right now, we're in the heat of winter, well, in the cold of winter, I should say. Buried under snow, so it's not going to be, you know, a couple more months before I can put this in the ground. But I think this is going to work out great with the number of sprayers that they give you, the number of connectors, and the length of tubing. So you can really customize this. This is definitely something I would recommend.